Hey YouTube, this is another comic book haul over the past like 2 or 3 weeks. Most of these are new, some are a little old, not too old though. Some are from my collection. I just wanted to show off again. Anyway, let's get started. So this came out a few weeks ago. This is Carnage #1, the Axis tie-in. I think it's a lot of fun. It's Carnage being inverted to a good guy, but he still deals with bad guys in a violent way. So in one scene, he tries to save a lady in an alley, ends up uh, punching the guy's eye out, who he's trying to save her from, and then he finds out that she's a prostitute, so he tries to lightly punch her. It's pretty good. If you like Carnage, I would suggest picking it up. This one is Thor: God of Thunder 12. I showed this off before in I think my flea market success video. I just wanted to show it off again. This is the first appearance of Agent Roz from Shield. That was a major player or a supporting character in Thor: God of Thunder. I'm putting my money on her being the new Thor, the Lady Thor. Um, it just feels right. I could be wrong, but her first appearance was in #12, so it's pretty cheap now. No one's really paying attention to it. I might try to pick up another copy just in case. This is Spider-Verse #1. The first comic shop I went to this week didn't have it, but I had to go to another one in Boston to grab this guy. It's just pretty good. It's an anthology kind of issue with a bunch of like short stories. It has the first appearance of the steampunk Lady Spider. So if you're into steampunk worlds, you might want to pick this up. Let's see. This one I also got yesterday at the same place. It was in the 25-cent bin. Ecstatics presents Dead Girl. I think she's one of my favorite characters that came out of X-Force Ecstatics. I think she has a lot of potential, especially with like the zombie craze going on the past like few years. Yeah, it's a fun book. Not really worth anything, but I think she's a unique and interesting character, and one day someone's gonna try to use her for something. I don't know. It just seems I would if I was a writer, I would definitely use her for something. Thanos annual #1, I guess. Yeah, it's weird that they make an annual for a book that doesn't have a monthly. Just give it a one shot. You know, why do you call it an annual? Anyway, this is a variant cover from the with harking back to the Infinity Gauntlet, drawn by Ron Lim. It's a fantastic cover. The story's okay inside. It's not bad. I mostly wanted it for the cover. Hitmonkey #1. Yeah, so I picked this up. I thought it was a fun looking character. I think I got it for like $2. It's not a perfect copy though. It's got some white marks on the cover, which make me crazy. And I mean, this is not a hot book. Like I said, I think it's a fun character though, and I'll probably end up trying to find another copy that doesn't have those marks on it. Just to say I have it. And with this one, I bought into the hype and got Death of Wolverine 4, the actual Death of Wolverine, even though the story is really not that great. The art's amazing, but I was not really into the story or how he ended up dying, and you know he's coming back. It's just, I mean, why do they even try to kill these characters anymore? Don't know. But I guess it sold a lot. I bought into it, so it worked, I guess, right? This next one I got from a dollar bin, Ghost Rider 70. It's always fun to find books from the 70s, the 1970s, in dollar bins, especially for recognizable characters like this. And it's a really excellent looking copy. I mean, nothing I don't think anything significant happens in this issue, but it's just fun to have one from the old series. That red bike that looks awesome. This is also from a dollar bin. I got this because it had Mary Jane Spider-Man on the cover, even though it's not her first appearance in Exiles. Um, yeah, just into Spider-Man, so I try to grab whatever. I try to grab the first appearances of any incarnation that I can think of. These next two I also got in the dollar bin. Hulk 456, Apocalypse, and 457, Apocalypse and versus Juggernaut. Um, not terribly easy to find these. I think they're maybe $5-10 normally, maybe. They're definitely not worth $1. They're more than that. And with the Apocalypse movie, maybe they'll go up in price. I remember seeing these and I thought it was pretty cool that Apocalypse was in the Hulk book, since it's not a villain you would usually associate with the Hulk. But yeah, cool. Not crazy about the war design. It's kind of all over the place. Just like a mismatch of, let's throw all this crap on him. A whip, and he has a sword. I mean, does Apocalypse really think that the Hulk would need a sword? Anyway, another dollar bin guy. New Warriors #1. Not really worth anything, but I got this because I remember it being really difficult to find for cheap in the 90s. I think I had the second print when I was a kid, but that's since gotten destroyed and I don't have it anymore. But yeah, and it's funny that Nova is called Kid Nova in this. That didn't really last too long, huh? And before this, he had his own series for a while in the 70s. So it's weird for him going to Nova to then being downgraded to Kid Nova. Strange. This is another dollar bin guy. Hey, it's DC. I bought a DC book. How about that? Superman 73. This is one of the cameo appearances by Doomsday that happened at the end of the book, where he's punching at the prison he's in. Yeah, cool stuff. These out of the way. We got another one from the dollar bin, Runaways #1, variant edition. I think this is actually the second print. Like, it says limited edition on the box up here, but I'm pretty sure it's second print. But yeah, Runaways is another really unique, awesome, original kind of book and its characters. And I remember Kevin Feige saying it was on his short list of movies he wanted to get made. And if you paid attention to the Marvel news that came out weeks ago, where they announced all their Phase 3 plans, then that likely means that Runaways, if it's going to get made into a movie, isn't going to be made into a movie till after 2019, since they already have that all planned out. But still awesome characters. Even the second series was really good. First series was better, but the second series was pretty awesome too. Rocket Raccoon #1, variant edition. This I got off the shelf for cover price. It was just a cool cover. I hadn't seen it before. I had the original cover, but I did not know this one existed. It's weird seeing Scotty Young do a variant cover for a book he's already doing covers for. This one I got for cover price last week, and this is kind of interesting. If you watch my videos, you know I don't really care for Deadpool in his current incarnation, but and I normally wouldn't get this. I only got this because it has a sort of first appearance of Spider-Gwen, kind of. I mean, in the book, Deadpool and Hawkeye are fighting each other on Halloween, I think. and in the background you see two people dressed up as, one's dressed up as Spider-Gwen, and the other one's dressed up as Lady Thor, and these predate both of those series, so it's kind of, I don't know if, I mean it's a stretch considering, it's a stretch trying to consider this book as their first appearance. So it's not really them, it's just people wearing their costume. Here, let me crack this guy open and show you what I mean. I saw it for cover price, so I had to get it just in case. And since it's Deadpool, it's probably not a total waste of investment picking it up, since there are a lot of Deadpool books that like to go up in price. Oh, here we go. Yeah, right there. You got Lady Thor and Spider-Gwen just hanging out there, even though it's not really them. I mean, there's nothing saying it's not them, but I think in the context of the story, it's pretty safe to assume it's not them, actually. But yeah, pretty weird. Cool to have. I hadn't seen the first print for cover price when I had this on my radar. So when I saw it, I was like, all right, let me get that. It was the only copy there. Might as well. So this is a new one, kind of. Amazing Spider-Man 7. My local comic shop near where I work, I had this on the shelf for cover price. I think it's a 1 in 15 variant, and it's always, like I said, I'm big into Spider-Man, and I get a kick out of when I see Spider-Man variants for cover price. And same with this one too. This was also same guy on the shelf for cover price, and this is a 1 in 25 variant. So I was, I'm used to seeing 1 in 15 variants on the shelf sometimes, especially if you go to like Newberry Comics, they like to do that. But you usually don't see the 1 in 25 variants on the shelf for cover price. Usually the owners try to sell it for like 10, 15. But yeah, this was cover price, and it's pretty cool. Pretty happy about that. This one I did get at Newberry, and it was $2 over cover price. So, my wife picked it up for me when she was shopping at the mall. So that was pretty nice for her. Can't complain. It's interesting homage to the first appearance of Black Cat, with the toys being posed as as the characters. Cool stuff. And what else we got here? Oh, a bunch of other variants. Alright, well, I'll start with this one. This is the official first part of Spider-Verse, which is a pretty fun storyline if you're into Spider-Man. I don't know if they're using it to their fullest potential. I mean, they've got a lot of different Spider-Man, but I don't see any, there's no like black costume Spider-Man, and there's no like original Scarlet Spider costume Spider-Man running around. There is a Ben Reilly, but he's wearing the suit he wore when he was Spider-Man. And Spider-Gwen's in this, if you're into Spider-Gwen, like me. I think she's a fantastic idea for a character, and I will be waiting with bated breath for her series to come out. This was on the shelf as well when I picked up. This is Spider-Man number 9 variant. This is probably the worst variant they had, or that you could get. This is the only one they had for cover price, or at all. So I snatched it up, even though I think it's pretty lame. It's just a cover of the cartoon, but it was a 1 in 25 variant. And like I said, if I see a Spider-Man variant for cover price, I try to snatch it up. This I also saw for cover price at Newberry. It's the Groot Rocket variant for number 9. This one I also got at Newberry for cover price. These two are both 1 in 10 or 1 in 15. So it's not surprising that Newberry had them for cover price. This one, I love this cover with all the different Spider-Man suits on it. It's really great. And this next one, I also got cover price when it came out a couple of months ago, but I just wanted to show it off as this set. Pretty fun, like that. Yes, Spider-Man. This one I ordered off of Comic Exposure for $10. It goes for around 10 or 15 on eBay. It's a variant for number 9. I only got it because it had Spider-Gwen on it. And she's a pretty hot character. I think she's awesome. I like to try to get as many things as I can that have her in it. I know there's a Comic Con variant for number 7 or 8 in Mexico. It was a Comic Con in Mexico, La Mole Comic Con, that has, it's a cover with a bunch of different Spider-Men, and Spider-Gwen is hanging out in the background. But that's like a $30 book on eBay, so don't know if I'll be getting that one. But this one was $10 off the Comic Exposure site, so I thought I'd snatch that up while I could. Spider-Verse Team Up, number 1. This is pretty fun also. For some reason, the comic shop I usually go to only had one copy of this. It's kind of weird. And it was like hiding behind other stuff. But yeah, not totally detrimental to the story, but a fun addition. I'm not crazy about the cover though. I mean, look at Ben Reilly. Looks like he's been eating too many Twinkies. Putting on some weight there. Kind of weird. This one I got for cover price. I only got it because I had Captain Marvel on the cover. When she joins the Guardians, even though she's not in the issue. It drives me nuts when they do that. Why do you put her on the cover? She's not going to be in the issue. So at the end of the issue, Peter Quill he's in captivity, and then he jumps out the window. And the last panel is him jumping out the window. And then in the next issue, Captain Marvel saves him from falling. But she's not in this issue because he just jumped out the window. So having Captain Marvel on the cover is misleading and obnoxious. But it was cover price, so what else? This one I got for cover price last week, Superior Iron Man, part of the Axis Fund. This is a 1 in 25 variant, so I wasn't going to pick up this series, but it's actually pretty good, I think. And it was a 1 in 25 variant cover, so I was like, okay, I will take that. And this one I also got for cover price, 1 in 25 variant. Also was not really going to pick this up, but I saw the variant, I was like, okay, I should probably pick that up. And it's actually a good issue. It's much better than the last issue of the Captain America series that this spun out of. I was too crazy about that one. And I'm going to show off another book that I've shown off before. I'm going to show it off again. This is the first appearance. The first time Falcon ever wore the Cap costume. Captain America Sentinel of Liberty number 9. It's a very cheap book. I got it in a dollar bin, and it's not worth any more than that on like eBay or any place. I mean, Falcon, I guess, isn't really that important as Cap, but I thought it was interesting that he had worn the costume before. As far as I know, this is the only time he wore the costume before, and it's the first and last time until now. But yeah, it's pretty cool. If you're into Falcon. And you like him as a new Cap, I would definitely keep an eye out for that one. Pretty cheap now. Lady Thor, number 2. Nothing special to say about this other than it's Lady Thor, and it's a really good book if you like Thor. And this was just another one I picked up this week. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. Yeah, the art's pretty awesome in it. The story is, it's okay. Bendis is a weird writer. He likes his Deus Ex Machina plot devices, where he has this like one thing or one character that can just like, or one power that can just take out anything. And you know, in New Avengers and Dark Avengers, it was the Sentry, and or Doctor Strange. Whenever the Avengers got into a fight, it was, you know, Sentry or Doctor Strange that would save them, and it was really obnoxious. And in Ultimate Spider-Man, this book, it's Miles Morales' Venom Blast. Any fight he gets into, he uses that Venom Blast, and it just destroys anyone, even the Goblin, and it's so annoying. It just makes the character look really makes the villains look really weak, and makes the main character look way too powerful. In what other books is he doing? Bendis. In All New X-Men, it's Jean Grey. From what I've read, it seems to be that she's the one that takes care of everything. Not sure who it would be in Guardians. I haven't followed that book too closely. But yeah, it's just a nitpick of Bendis's work, but I can get into that all day. I'm gonna end this here. That's about it for my haul. Like I said, lots of new stuff, mostly Spider-Man. I do have 2 books coming from eBay. I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna hold them for my next haul. I'll hold the next haul. It's not nothing too crazy. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Good luck hunting.